Hi guys, Witchfinder here. In this video I'm going to review the tanks that are available to buy at level 4. It's not the best level to play at because it's in between two levels that have very good premium tanks. At level 3 you've got the Leopard and the seasonal tanks, the Phoenix, the Krampus and the Spring Spirit. And at level 5 you've got incredible premium tanks, which is the VT-4, the B1 Centaur, and the T73 Mark II. So you will face all of those tanks when you're playing at level 4. So I'll run through the tanks that are available and why some of them are possibly worth avoiding. I'll start with the light tanks. There's the T62G and the LAV 300. The Type 62G has 4,400 armor. It's just under 100 miles an hour. And the LAV 300, that one has 4,000 armor and it's slightly faster than 100 miles an hour. They both do around about the same amount of damage. They are okay. They are a step up from the level 3 tanks, but they will be completely outclassed by level 5 premium tanks. They only take around 5 or 6 days to upgrade, so that is something if you are moving up from 3 and you want to get a level 4 tank with a quick upgrade. They do have the dynamic protection and napalm, so they can do a bit of damage. They are reasonable tanks. There are 2 medium tanks available at level 4, which is the T62M and the Type 69LL. The Type 69 has slightly less armor, but it is a little bit faster and it does a bit more damage than the T62M. The T62M, that's got just over 5,000 armor, and it's a little bit slower than the Type 69, but they are both reasonable tanks. There isn't that much difference between those and the level 3 tanks, but again, both will be completely outclassed by the level 5 tanks. The jump up in armor and damage for a level 5 premium tank, it's, you're looking at around just under 9,000 armor, and the damage they can do, they will be able to take out a T62 with 2 shots to the rear. It is that much of a class difference. And you are also looking at the upgrade time to fully upgrade a T62M and a Type 69LL. It's around about 75 days to fully upgrade them. That's a long time to play with a half upgraded tank, which is going to be completely outclassed. There are 2 gems in the level 4 tanks, which I'll come to now. So at level 4, it's your first chance to buy a heavy tank, which is the T73 Siberia. It's not an amazing tank, but it's a very good tank. It's a tough tank. It's got armor of 7,800 and it does damage with APCR up to 2,900 without camo. So it can pack a punch and it can take a beating. It's a very slow tank. The top speed is 86, which isn't great, but it's a tough tank. It can deal some damage. It can stay there. The only problem is that with it being a heavy tank, the upgrade is slow, and you're looking at it being over 100 days to fully upgrade this tank. But it's a great tank. I had this tank and I had this for like a long time, and I loved playing with that tank. The other tank is there is one premium tank available, which is the BMP-4. This is a great tank as well. It's a light tank. It'll cost you, it's around about £3 or £4 to buy the gold to buy it, but it's worth it if you are playing at that level. It's another one a bit like the Leopard 1A5, where there's only 4 upgrade modules, and it only takes 3 hours to fully upgrade it. It's got over 5,000 armor. It's over 100 miles an hour. It does about 31 RPM, and you're getting about 800 damage a shot. So it's a very credible tank. It's got advanced napalm, so it sets tanks on fire and does more damage with that. So it's definitely worth getting if you are staying at level 4 and moving up slowly through the ranks. So my advice would be the BMP-4 and the T73 Siberia. If you don't want to pay for the BMP-4, I would probably go with the Type 62G. It's a slightly better all-round tank than the LAV 300. That's probably the worst tank. It's not a terrible tank, but it's not great. That's my recommendations for playing at level 4 before you move on to level 5. Have fun. See any of the tanks that are discussed in this video in closer detail, check out our playlist Upgraded Tanks, or search for the individual tank on YouTube.